without a doubt, the most prepared nation in the world for what has happened with this pandemic. Now, I know that there are a lot of people, and we talked about this earlier, who said that we really weren't prepared for all that went on. Believe me, we were prepared. I mean, look at your life. All of us. Yes, has been inconveniences that some of us had to deal with. An inconvenience is not a crisis. You know, I mean, you look at other countries where people are literally dying. And yes, we've had people who die, but it hasn't been on the scale of other countries because we were prepared. We did some things that were the right things to do. But here's the thing, and I don't want to get into whether or not, some of that stuff because, as I said before, it irritates me. I mean, because unfortunately, we have a great deal of whiners, and whiners never get anything accomplished. But I talk to success-minded people. Success-minded people are not whiners. You are people who get things done, who are willing to go and put forth the effort and get things done. And that's the people who I want to talk to because we can learn. That's one of the things success-minded people do. We learn from every experience. And one of the things that we can learn from this experience is how to even be more prepared the next time. You see, the next time, because there will be other pandemics. I mean, there always has been. This isn't the first, and it won't be the last. There will be other crises that happened. This isn't the first. It won't be the last. As long as human beings occupy the planet, things are going to happen. It's just going to happen. So how do you prepare? Well, you prepare by being ready. You prepare by dealing with the unexpected, by the things that you don't expect to happen. And we can learn. When we look and we say, okay, what wasn't ready this time? Not to look at and point fingers and say, well, this should have been done, this should have been done, this should have been done. Forget all of that. Should have beens don't matter. What matters is when we look at it and say, if this had been done, this could have happened. So, next time, let's make sure this is done. What do we do when this is over? What do we need to now start preparing for? What supplies do we need to make sure is on hand for the next time? What do we need to make sure that is in place for the next time? What do we need to make sure we can snap at a moment's notice the next time? What did we learn from 9/11? 9/11 taught us some real preparedness for when a terror attack happens. Things were never the same after 9/11. There was an element of preparedness that had never been before. Why? Because something that never happened before happened. This happened this time. Something that we had not dealt with before has happened. Now we can learn and we can be prepared. You see, preparedness is part of that learning process. It is what makes this a success. If we learn nothing from this, if we go back to the same as it always was, then it was a complete failure. If we learn from it, and I know we will, and I know that the people who need to learn will learn, I have all the confidence in the world in that, then we will move forward. We will be a better people. We will be a better country. We will be more prepared for the next time. That is the way it is in life. Look at your own life. Look at what is happening in your family, in your home. What could you do for the next time? What do you need to make sure it's ready in your own home, in your own family, in your finances, in your own business, in your own way of dealing with things. What do you need to make sure is in place that if this had ever happened again, you'd be ready? Be prepared. It's not just a scout slogan, it's a slogan for life. Make sure that you're always, always prepared. This is John Patrick Hickey, and I want to encourage you to always be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world. And may I add, wash your hands.